Hey everybody, this is Craig and welcome to Lesson 1 for our Digital Transformation and Business Administration Diploma. So great to have you here today. We're going to focus on something that I spoke about in our webinar, which was regarding tracking of trends. Remember that information is power. One of the reasons that I was able to grow the university so fast, become the head of center, do these things that I've done with Google and Microsoft and 3DI is really by having access to information, and being able to track trends. I'm going to show you 3 of the key tools that I use to track trends and information completely and freely with Google. So let's jump into it. We're going to use Google Trends and we're going to use Google Public Directory and Google Alerts as well. 3 different ways to get information, 3 different ways to track information, 3 different ways to get information to you that's specific for your needs. Now, whether you're an engineer and you're trying to identify a trend over time, whether you're an educator and you're writing a research report, whether you're an engineer who's looking for incidences of concerns so that you can deploy a solution to a problem, whether you're a business person and a marketer and you're looking for the best markets to be able to launch a strategy in or find people to work with, these tools will be very, very powerful for you. Whether you're a scientist and you're looking for incidents of a disease or of a novel solution or research articles, these will all be powerful for you. So let's jump into it. Very first thing to do is to go to trends.google.com. Trends.google.com. When you go there in the top right hand side, you'll see that I've logged in with my university account. So you need to make sure you log in with a Google account, a Gmail account. Why? Because it allows you to track trends and save it and export it as well. All right, so this is very, very important that you always log on with your Gmail account. So in the very top of the page here, what we do is we type in a trend that we're interested in. Now we can do this as a topic or we can do this as a search term. I normally just type it in and let Google decide. Now, engineering and aerospace engineering, if we look at this worldwide over 12 months in all categories of different options inside Google search, we can simply see over time that the number of hundreds of thousands of search terms are quite large for this particular topic, hundreds and hundreds of thousands over the day. And we can narrow this down, though, to a particular country. This allows us to see the interest in a particular topic over time. Why is this important? Well, we can take this data, and whether you're a scientist or you're in business, or whether you're an engineer, having the latest information on hand is powerful. So we can choose to download this information as a CSV and include it in a report and in a planning statement. So let's just have a look at this and open this up and have a look at it. Here it is here, very, very fast. So let's just open this up a bit more. So we've got our key topic, aerospace engineering in India, over time, worldwide, in India. And then we've got the number of searches that are done on that particular topic over time. So you can see the rise and the fall over time. So you can bring that into any other software package you have. Number 2, if you're in charge of presenting information, maybe it's on a website or in presentations or gathering it for a team or a project or a proposal, you can embed a live version of this graph and the trend tracking into a website or any other type of HTML document that holds JavaScripts. So on the left-hand side here, you can copy the script and stick it into a web page. Even if you have logged onto your Gmail account and you open up a free Google site, so Google Sites is one of the options in Google, Google Slides, Google Docs, Google Sites, you can paste this into the web page and see live. Notice here it says keep data updated. If I click this, it's only going to show up to the search that I've done today. But if I click this box, it'll give us the search data forever, going forward, live, constantly updated. So imagine being someone as a software engineer who would have had to have used an API, generated a search query, tried to link with other websites, set up a refreshment rate. You don't have to do any of that. General, regular, smart people like you and me we can use Google Trends and grab this data and embed it live updated. This is the desktop version, and the beautiful thing about Google is they have a mobile first perspective. So if we have a look at this on a mobile version, it looks just as good, right? So you can see the desktop and the mobile view. Now, not only can you download it, not only can you embed it, but you can share directly to social media sites and paste the data as it is up to today. So if you're in charge of social media, maybe you're working part-time with Fiverr, or you're working part-time with Upwork or some other contracting company where you do writing or statistics or data gathering, this is perfect for you. You can share it directly. If you're responsible for PR, or you've got a company and you want to make sure you're publishing data, if you want to be seen as a thought leader in your industry, then you just search for the terms that are important to your industry and post the data to the social media that makes sense for you. At the moment, there's only these 4 social media sites, but as Google expands its trends in publishing, I'm sure there'll be more here. So this gives you the option to do that. Fantastic. And also, whenever you publish to one of these social media networks, of course, you can grab the link when you publish it, copy and paste it into any other platform that you like. So you can download, you can embed, and you can also share to social media. Now imagine how this data would transform the jobs of planning people, statisticians, engineers, scientists, people who are in marketing and product development and business, people who are looking to enter a new market, leave a market, track things over time. This is amazing data. Now, knowledge is not power. It's what you do with the knowledge that is powerful. So here's the interest over time. Now, as we scroll down the page, it gives us the Indian subcontinent and gives us certain regions within it, and to see the data as it happens up to now. Isn't this beautiful? So this is showing 1 to 5 of 23 categories. So I can zoom along and have a look at all of them. Now, of course, you can download a CSV and it has all of the subregions. You can embed it and you can share it. Let's scroll down a little bit. Beautiful thing is it gives you some other related topics that people look for regarding aerospace engineering, related topics and related search queries. Now you can go and order these things in terms of the top queries and the rising. What's the difference? Top is right now what is the key related query on Google. Rising means a change over time. So best aerospace engineering colleges in India, 180%. 180%. That's something that obviously people are searching for in the last 12 months increasingly. Let's look at the top trends in searches and queries. Aerospace engineering in India. So let's look at the other one. What was the other one? See the wording is different? Helps you to identify what the wording is. And we've got 16 different queries we could look at to see what people are searching for, so we can be ahead of the curve. Now, whether you're a planner, a statistician, a marketing person, a product designer, a scientist, this is beautiful. Now, what we can do to compare this is maybe you're thinking and interested in aerospace engineering, but maybe you're also interested in mechanical engineering. So if I put that there, it'll allow us to compare the 2 pieces of information. So let's have a look. Compared to aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering has a magnitude greater, so many more search terms compared. So I think that's quite powerful to remember and understand that there are other search terms with the same words we need to think of and compare to see changes over time. Now, this is only in the last 12 months. So if I change this to the last 30 days, the data is going to look different. And we can hover above the graph, the chart, and have a look at the differences. We can download it, we can embed it, and we can share the data as well. As we scroll down, because we're looking at India, we can see a comparison. Interest for engineering, aerospace engineering, interest for mechanical engineering. So I can just break it down and see it as a comparison, as you can see here. Subregion. Now, notice that also there's a tick box here. We can go subregion or we can go city. So if I open this up for mechanical engineering, the size of the circles, the coloring of the circles shows us the strength and the predominance of that search term. Now imagine if you put in here COVID-19 virus. Imagine if you put in here, I want to buy an iPhone. Imagine if you put in here, sales of carbohydrate reenactments, which is a type of consumption. Imagine being able to see it live. This is powerful stuff, whether you're in marketing, whether you're in science, and whether you're in business, whether you're in engineering, whether you're an educator. Powerful to have relevant trends over time. Now, this is great. You can download it and you can use it. You can embed it and you can share it. Now, this is Google Trends. If we go to Google Alerts, maybe you want the information delivered to you into your inbox every day, every week, or every month. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at mechanical engineering. And this is looking at Google News. So the options are, do we want to get an alert sent to our email about this topic when it appears in the news once a day, or once a week, or as it happens? I never ever choose as it happens because it will just fill up my inbox and it'll fill up yours. Once a day is quite a lot as well. It'll send an email with a summary. At most once a week, I quite like that one. Once a week, I have information that I need on certain topics. Sources automatic. Now we can choose search terms, news, and blogs. I only ever go for news or I go for video. News or video. Languages, I choose English, but you're able to choose through here some different languages, and we've got Hindi as well. Any region, how many, only the best results or all results. Given the period of time you choose up here, will decide on how many results you get in your email. Deliver to, and you choose your email address, or you can have an RSS feed. What does this mean? It means that if you're in charge of publishing data, you can grab the RSS feed, and then you can plant that RSS feed into a website, into a blog, and share it with other people as well. So you can see live the changes as they happen. So you can either get an email to you, or you can get an RSS feed. Alrighty, so when you click Create Alert, what it will do is it'll save that alert and it will email it to your email address. This is the RSS feed. You can grab and copy it and paste it into a website. So that's pretty great. Google Alerts lets us create an emailed summary of the news, the videos, the blogs, the books over time. When you're getting sick of getting it, you can just delete it. No problem. Finally, final thing I'd like to look at in terms of information is power, depending on how you use it, is Google Public Data Directory. All right, Google Public Data Directory. So we're really looking at today, right now, three things: trends, alerts, and Google Data Directory. This is how digital is really transforming our ability to get information over time. Now, these are public data sets constantly updated from good sources. So notice again, I've logged in with a certain Google account, my Google account for the university. I'm going to type in here, engineering, and do a search and see what comes up. Okay, so we've got a range of different data publications. There are 4 different data providers. There's the World Bank and the World Economic Forum. Let's have a look at the World Economic Forum. It's only got one data set that we're showing, so let's have a look. It's going to give us the link from the World Economic Forum. When I click this, it'll take us to the data set, and it'll bring up the data over time that's been tracked. All right, so this is to 2011. Good to know. So we can look through and find capacity for information, company spending. These are all countries. government procurement. So the government buying tech products. Now, if you're in business and you want to know about governments buying technology products and know how much are bought or in a particular area, this is where to go. If you're thinking, do you invest into a scientific development of a certain product? This is where you come. Let's just have a look down here by location, and let's scroll down and let's choose India. Let's see if we've got data on India. Alrighty, here we go. So we've got all countries, and now we've got change over time in terms of India. Okay, good to see. So this is last updated in 2011. So in terms of being accurate, this is not an accurate data set that you would want to use. You would want to use something far more accurate than this one. But quite powerful. You can also change the different views to see change over time. And some graphs are really good. Some graph formats are good for understanding the data. Some graphs are not good at understanding the data or presenting it. So property rights, very good. Very, very good. So what have we looked at? We've looked at Google Trends, which allows us to track and compare and publish live data. We've looked at Google Alerts, where we can search for news and videos and blogs and web searches on particular topics and get a summary email to us. And thirdly, we can look at Google public data sets. These three tools combined together allow us to make a decision on the data, to think about business investments. If you're at university and you're doing a business degree, then you would want to have access to this information to make sure that your research assignments and your proposals are really good. If you're in business and working in business and you're thinking about developing a product or launching a product, or where you market or comparing or showing live data for your team to track things, these are beautiful tools. If you're an engineer and you're looking at finding a team, working with a team, collaborating with a team, looking at the changes and trends over time and comparing the use of products, perfect. If you're in the scientific realms, obviously this is going to be beautiful data for you. So look, as we go forward in this course, obviously there's going to be a number of things that we look at. Some of them will be absolutely appropriate for your role at this time, whether you're a student or a worker or transitioning back to study. These tools are really, really powerful, and they are transforming the way that business happens. They're transforming the way that engineering and science is happening. So I encourage you to jump into Google Trends, Google Alerts, and Google public data directories to help you make good decisions. Look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.